Drew from Wylies Outdoor World. Thanks for joining me in another video. If you're unfamiliar with Wylies Outdoor World, we run a small bushcraft store based in the east coast of Scotland in a small mining town called Leven. In today's video, I've just been out with the dog. It's completely unplanned. Just found a nice little spot, so I thought I'll sit down and shoot a quick video for you. I got a little bit peckish, so I thought I would do a little meal for myself. This is Expedition Foods freeze-dried beef and potato hot pot. Now, I've been using Expedition Foods for quite some time now. Over the years, like so many of us, I've tried lots of different brands, and not all freeze-dried food is equal. I've got to be honest, if you've tried a few meals yourself, you probably know exactly what I mean when I say that. They're not the cheapest, but then the cheapest never is the best, you know. And that's one of the things. If I've went for a long distance with my pack on my back up a hill or etc., I want to enjoy the meal that I have at the end of it rather than eating it purely because it's the only thing that's there. And I've tried so many brands in the past and I've thought, God, that's awful, but it's the only food I've got to eat, so I've got no choice. But these ones really seem to be not too bad at all. Now, the beef and potato hot pot I actually tried the first time when I went out to shoot a video about something else. I got myself stuck in some mud in the car, so I was actually stuck for 2 days, but thankfully I had quite a few of these meals in my pack and also in the car as well. So I thought, you know, I'll give a couple of the different flavours a bash, and to my surprise, we're actually really not bad. The beef and potato hot pot is very similar to one of my own MREs that I make with carrot, turnip, minced beef, obviously some onion, and some baby potatoes, and I chop it all up. It's kind of like what the Americans would call a hash, and it makes for a great meal. So having a lightweight version of that, I thought I'll give it a bash, you know. It's one of my favourites, I really can't go wrong. And it's turned out to be not too shabby at all. I'm just going to close this. It's quite windy here, so I'm just waiting on some water boiling, and this is the Highlander FASTBOIL Mark III, which is a cracking little stove again. If you've been following me for a while, you'll know that I've been trying to do a comparison video between this and the KOMBAT stove, which essentially is exactly the same stove. There's no difference between them other than the colour. They perform the same. I've been using the KOMBAT UK CYCLONE stove for about 4 years, and it's never let me down once, so I've got absolutely no problem recommending that or the FASTBOIL. It's a lot cheaper than a Jetboil. I once did a video a while back with a comparison with the KOMBAT UK CYCLONE stove and the Jetboil, and to be honest, if I'd had the choice, considering the price point, I was quite happy with the CYCLONE stove. You know, each to their own. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the Jetboil stove at all. They're cracking stoves. I just think there's other options at a cheaper price point which do the same job these days. So let's, now that's started to boil, let's give this a little try. I'm going to switch it off just for a second. So we've got some water in there. It's had a little bit of time to rehydrate itself, switch the stove and stuff off. So let's give it a little test, see how it tastes. Not taste like mince and potatoes. Not quite the same as your granny used to make. Not as good as, you know, my homemade MREs, which are the same flavour. But then, don't expect them to be. Flavour-wise, meat content, really quite happy with. Yeah, it's actually really enjoyable. As I've said before, one of the best brands around for freeze-dried food. Not the cheapest, but then the cheapest is never going to be very tasty. Yeah. Got no problem at all sitting eating this, especially on a cold day. And as I said just before I put water in, if I've been travelling for a while, I want to really enjoy the meal that I'm having, and this is perfectly fine. So I've got a hot brew, get a bite to eat. I'll get this stove cleaned up. Thanks for watching, and as always, we really do appreciate the support. Feel free to give us a shout. If you've got any questions or you'd like us to test something for you, you can visit us at WYLIE'SOutdoorWorld.com. You can get us on the phone on 01333 632273. I always answer the phone myself and answer all the emails and stuff myself. So for the time being, I'm going to shoot off and enjoy this, then I'm going to get back to the office. Thanks for watching, guys. Have yourselves a great day, and I'll see you again.